Have you ever played golf with that guy that shows up to the first tee, doesn't warm up, gets up, stripes it right down the middle? Seems like he's never bothered by anything. Today, I'm going to teach you how to get to that level psychologically by implementing a few tricks to your game that you probably didn't think about. You know the person, that guy or gal that never seems like they're bothered by anything. They can hit it in the rough, they can hit it in a bunker, they can hit the green, they can hit it close, but they always react the same way. Isn't that interesting? Those people just never seem fazed by anything at all. You ever wonder what that skill set is? We all know that lady that comes out to the first tee, real friendly, doesn't say much, breaks 80 every week, can't hit the ball more than 200 yards. But she kicks your butt up and down the course. Or that guy that has a silly loop in his swing, but somehow he always makes the pressure putts. You know who I'm talking about. The guy or gal that walks up to a birdie putt and feels nothing but pure love for the game, and somehow effortlessly strokes them in first try every time. Well, there's a trick to it, guys. And today, you're going to learn it. I use the word skill set because it's taken me years to figure out exactly what it is, because it's far more counterintuitive than most people would think. Okay, Jay, I buy your analogy. It's a skill set. Why don't you teach it to us and stop talking and showing off? Okay, that's fair. Well, the first thing you got to understand, there's a certain mindset. It's stoic in nature. You don't really care what happens out here because you're a child. You're simply playing a game. And that's the beauty of it. You got to let go to gain control. You got to be a kid, guys. Now, I'm not saying you're going to hit every shot great. For instance, that drive was pretty bad. I've still got 130 into the pin, a little uphill, but we got a little tailwind. Everything's okay. And here's the beauty of it. There's still an opportunity to make a birdie. And that's the key with this game. You don't have to hit it perfect. It's not a game of perfect. And so when you were a little kid, you probably remember coming out to the course, or maybe you were younger or older when you started, but do you remember how much fun it was? It sucked, but when you hit that good shot, that's all you cared about. And it was so much fun. All you were doing was looking forward to hitting to that next good shot. And that's what you got to do again. You got to learn how to be a kid. Not to care if you hit it good or bad, but just be happy with every single shot. Because eventually, you're going to stuff one, you're going to make that birdie, and it's going to feel great. Now, from 130 yards, even with a pretty heavy crosswind, I expect to be a lot closer than this. I mean, I would love to be in this zone right here and give myself a good putt, but that doesn't always happen. And it's why I love to tell people that this game is all about relativity. In other words, hitting bad shots helps me appreciate great shots better, and hitting great shots helps me understand how my game works better when I do hit bad shots, so that I can improve over time. And so when you do hit a little wonky shot for your skill set every now and then, don't beat yourself up. Just understand that the odds of you hitting a good shot, well, they're improving by the second. And who knows, you might just make a long putt. Ooh, that was close. So remember, guys, be a kid out here. Even if you're not playing great, it's still a game. Have fun and enjoy it. And remember, the game is to beat par, or at least hang with old man par. You don't have to beat him every round. Remember, too, you have to play golf your way. For instance, I like to tee my ball a lot higher on par threes than most guys do. But that's how I like to play, you know? Don't be so self-conscious that you have to do it a certain way and then get mad when you can't do it that way, because we all have special talents and abilities. So remember, when you're playing this game, there's an infinite way to do it. And for anyone that's telling you there's only one way, they're trying to sell you something. You got to learn how to play it your way. So love yourself, enjoy the way you play golf, and you'll be a lot better off in the long run. Because at the end of the day, this is a very difficult game for most people to master. And so any kind of good shots make you pretty happy. And the big key is to understand that some holes are going to be harder than others. This is a 220-yard par 3, downhill. Everything runs away. Even though I landed over there, look where I ended up. That's not a reason to get angry. Instead, what we have to do is we have to practice the skill set of being positive and being mindful and believing in ourselves, more importantly than anything. And finally, visualization, which we're going to get into on the next few shots. But for now, we're going to stay positive. I think I can chip this in. Let's see what I'm capable of. And for those of you that don't practice your short game and your putting, understand you're never going to score well, but that's okay. You can still stay positive. You can still believe you're going to hit a good shot. Come on, baby. That's pretty solid though, I'd say. And again, it's not about being perfect out here, guys. It's not about that. It's about playing the game like a child, staying positive, knowing the next shot is going to be the best shot of the day. And remember, guys, it's not always about the score, you know? I know I'm writing the score down, but that's a part of the game, so you have to accept it no matter what. And as Alan Watts would say, no amount of anxiety is going to change anything anyway. So you might as well accept it, other than getting mad about it. Well, let's say being a kid's a little silly to you. Maybe you're a serious person. Maybe your personality just isn't designed around that. You're a hard worker. You like to achieve. Maybe you're an overachiever like me. Well, being a kid doesn't mean that you're not taking things seriously. It means that you're trusting yourself. You're believing in yourself. And the best way I can explain that to people is to think back when you were young, doing anything. You always thought you were going to do it better the next time. And that's what you have to harness, the skill set you have to harness as an adult, because as we build up scar tissue, we beat ourselves down and we don't trust ourselves anymore. So next time you guys go out on the course, I want you to practice being positive and believing that the next shot is going to be your best shot. Just like that. So take the time, guys, to express yourself when you hit a good shot. I want you to savor it. Watch that bad boy land. Be a kid. Remember when you would hit good shots, or maybe you played a different sport and you would do something positive in that sport? You would stop and you would appreciate it.
Wow.
But as adults, we expect things. We say, well, I should do that every time I practice. But that's not the way the world works. It's not the way this universe is designed. Because again, it's relative. So be authentic, be true to your personality. If you're a serious person, be serious. But that doesn't mean you can't appreciate the good and the bad at the same time. And I'm urging you recreational golfers to do that, because I play quite a bit of public golf. And the amount of anger you guys have built up for this sport it's mind-blowing. This is hard, guys. This is unnatural. And it's okay to hit bad shots, because eventually you're going to hit that good one that's going to make it all better. Because you know how it is. You get to 18th hole and then you always hit that good shot that brings you back, right? Should be pretty good. And sometimes, guys, we're going to hit great shots and we're going to end up with not the best results. From 250 yards, I should be happy with this, but when you hit a 5-wood that good and it rolls through the green because it's wintertime, it can be frustrating for this level of skill that I have. So just understand, sometimes you're going to hit great shots and you're going to get bad results. But again, that's a part of this game, and you have to accept that because sometimes the golf gods reward you with a chip in. So let's stay positive here and let's see if we can make an eagle the hard way. Boy, we sure gave it a shot. But again, there's nothing wrong with an easy birdie. So when you get into this position, don't get nervous. Be a kid. Have fun with this and roll it right in the heart, because that's what this game is all about. It's about letting go, having fun, and trusting yourself, because you've been playing this game for a long time. It's really not as hard as you want to make it. So instead of getting angry there, I chose to trust the universe. To trust that good things are going to happen anyway. Even though I hit a great shot and I got bad results, it wasn't the ball's fault, it wasn't the course's fault. It wasn't my fault. It's just a part of the game. And I think if more people understood that, they wouldn't get so angry when they play golf. And sometimes we get to a hole and it's a crappy tee box. You know, everything's not in our favor. And we let that stuff affect us. We complain about it, or we complain about the pace of play. And I get it. You spend your money, you want it to be an enjoyable round of golf. But that's not what golf's all about, guys. It's not about being perfect. It's about enjoying the fact that it's a very difficult game and that sometimes you have to overcome the odds. So instead of getting angry, think of it as a challenge and ask yourself, do I have the ability to overcome this challenge? And again, sometimes we hit great shots, we get bad results. Unfortunately, the greens are frozen. So when you're in that kind of a situation and you end up just past the hole on a downhill slope, don't be mad. It's just a part of the game. In fact, look forward to these moments. Relish these moments. Because if you can figure out how to play well under this type of stress, it won't matter what your friends are doing. You're going to be having so much fun trying to chip it in from everywhere. You're going to beat them anyway. Oh, come on, turn. A nice solid par is always good. So now we've got a pretty good round going. And then we walk up to this. What do you do when you get to a hole like this? It's dead into the wind and you're having a good round. Well, I'm going to show you some pretty neat mental tricks here. They're going to help you get through this tough part of the round better than your buddies. So you're going to score and you're going to get them and you're going to close out the match and it's going to feel great. So in case you haven't figured it out yet, the key is acceptance. It's something you have to practice in order to be really good at it. So the next time you go out and play, I want you to go out and play with the mentality that you can make mistakes. Give yourself a little bit of room to mess up. It's okay. It's okay to hit bad shots. It's okay to be in bunkers. It's okay to chip out of the rough. It's okay to hit good shots and get bad results. That's not what the game is about. It's not about being perfect. It's about enjoying the fact that you have the freedom to come out and do this anytime you want. And you have the financial capability, which honestly, like, you're the top 1% of the world if you can do it. So pat yourself on the back, get out here and enjoy this game and pay it forward. If you see someone struggling, help them out, you know? Help them understand that it's just a game. Remind them how to be a kid, how to play this game, and how not to force it, not try too hard, and to let go. All right?